Herman Hands. Hello, my name is Mr. J3T, aka Big Sexy, aka the Kentucky Cannon, aka the World Class Badass, aka Chocolate Thunder with a Caramel Swirl, aka Black Lightning with the Peanut Butter Filling, and y'all know the rest. Alright, today I got something for y'all. We are going to be talking about the Ben 10 comic book that's coming out this year in May. So, for those of you that don't know what Ben 10 is, let me explain it to y'all real quick. So you see, it started when an alien devised it what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10. So, yeah. I loved Ben 10 when I was a kid. Ben 10 was my shit. Like, I watched all the Ben 10 series. I had the toys, I had the toy Omnitrix, I had the comics before this new comic. I had the movies, I had the little toy Omnitrix. I loved Ben 10. Part of the reason why I have an Apple Watch is so I can just feel like Ben 10, you know? Because I loved Ben 10. I still love Ben 10, damn it. So, imagine my surprise and delight when I found out that not only are we going to get a Ben 10 comic, a new Ben 10 comic, but it's also going to be inspired by DC's Absolute Universe and Marvel's Ultimate Universe, the new Ultimate Universe. Consider my interest piqued. So, not only did we get the announcement, but we also saw the how the aliens are going to look in this new comic. And yeah, I can definitely tell that they took inspiration from DC's Absolute Universe because these alien designs are a lot more grotesque. Play a drinking game for how many times I take a shot every time I say grotesque in this video, because I'm probably going to say it a lot. But yeah, so for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about with the Absolute Universe, so DC has a new universe called the Absolute Universe, where Darkseid, he creates his own universe, and heroes like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, they all have their origins are slightly more, a little darker, a little bit grittier. So, yeah, the writer is taking inspiration from that. So, it looks like we're going to get slightly more mature, you know, a mature take on Ben 10, which I'm all for, looking forward to. So, like I said, we have preview images. I'll put some of the images up on screen right now. Now, at first glance, looking at these images, I like what they're going for. There's one image in particular where it's Ben and it's showing the Omnitrix, what the Omnitrix is potentially going to look like. I don't know if that's just the artist interpretation or if that's going to be the actual design, but yeah, I kind of like the look of this Omnitrix in this cover. So it's a lot more like alien mechanical looking, like in the OG series, the Omnitrix. Excuse me. The Omnitrix was black with little white things on there, but in the comic, it looks a lot more mechanical. It looks more like alien. It looks more like alien tech. So I kind of like the design of the Omnitrix. But again, I don't know if that's official or just artist interpretation, because I saw another image where the Omnitrix looks kind of the same as the one in the previous image that y'all saw, but in that image, it actually has the white lines on it. So, yeah, I don't know how exactly the Omnitrix is going to look, but if it looks... I kind of prefer the image where it kind of has a little bit of both, you know? It's alien techie, but it also has like the white lines, like the classic one. I kind of want them to like meet in the middle. So yeah, hopefully we get a combination of those two. Now the aliens. The alien roster is interesting. I'm looking at my phone so I can describe what these aliens look like. So, at my other phone, my burner phone. So, I'm going to show them on screen, and I'm also going to be showing what the classic designs look like. So, we have the roster, we have his full roster of aliens, the roster of aliens that he's going to have in the comic. Obviously, 10, because he starts off with 10. So, the first one I want to talk about is forearms. Now, forearms, I'll show them on screen. So this is what forearms looks like in the comic, and he looks like forearms. This is how forearms looked in the show, and he looks like forearms. He looks exactly how forearms should look like. He's probably going to be a big part of the comic, since if you remember from the beginning when I showed the image of the comic cover, and if you don't remember, I'll put it up again. He's front and center. So yeah, he looks like forearms. Solid design. Yeah. Now, Heat Blast. So they definitely took liberties with Heat Blast. He looks very different to what he looks like in the show. Like, this is how he looks in the comic, and I'll show another image of how he looks in the show. So he definitely looks a lot different. They definitely took liberties with his design, and I like it. I think I kind of like his original design more, but don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad design. I like it. I just don't know if I like it more than the original design. Now, Accelerate. Now I'll show what he looks like in the comic, and I'll show another image of how his original design. He looks like a xenomorph. Like, he straight up looks like a xenomorph from Alien. He looks like a xenomorph with wheels for feet. Now, I like it. I think he kind of looks a little too small. Like, the Accelerate's original design, it was a lot bigger, so he kind of looks a little small. I don't know. Yeah, he kind of looks a little too small, so I wish they kind of beefed him up a little bit. But I don't want to. I'm not talking about like make him like forearms big, but like give him a little more meat, because he kind of looks a little too skinny, too small, in my opinion. But I mean, it's solid design. Now, Stinkfly. Stinkfly, this is how he looks in the comic, TV show, original design. They definitely made Stinkfly look a lot more insect-like. They made him look more like an insect in this comic. So, which, I kind of like. It makes sense why they would go this way with Stinkfly, because, he's a giant bug. So, it makes sense. I like it. Solid design. Upgrade. Upgrade didn't change much. Like, Upgrade basically looks 1-to-1 with the TV show, except I noticed that, like, if you noticed with Upgrade in the TV show, his original design, those green lines looked more like grids, but I think in the comic, those green lines, they kind of look more veiny, it looks like. So, but it's not a deal breaker. But yeah, Upgrade pretty much looks the same, which, hey, I'm down for, because Upgrade was probably he's like my second favorite alien, so you can't improve perfection. You can't change perfection, guys. Like, come on. Now, the one that looks the most scary is not way big. It's Cannonbolt. Now, Cannonbolt in this comic looks scary. He looks way scary. He looks scarier than he did in the original. And his design looks weird, because, like, in the original, you could tell from his design that he was going to turn into a ball. But this one, he just looks scary. He just looks way scary. But, yeah, in this iteration, you can't really tell that much that he can turn into a ball. Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to see how they're gonna do that. But yeah, he looks scary. Another one that looks scary is Wildvine. Now, Wildvine, he isn't one of Ben's original aliens, or neither is Cannonbolt. Ben gets Wildvine and Cannonbolt later down in the series, but yeah, you can definitely tell they're changed up the lineup, his original lineup of aliens. So those two, they weren't his original start aliens, but they added them in the comic. So yeah, Wildvine also looks scary. He also looks very scary, very intimidating. Now, yeah, not much I could say. He just looks scary, and I kind of like it. Now, Gray Matter. Gray Matter looks like he hurts. It looks like he's in pain, because Gray Matter has, like, you could see his brain, and it's like, because Gray Matter's Ben's smart alien, and it makes sense, but yeah, he looks in pain. Yeah, it looks like it hurts. Now, this alien in particular, I believe that is Overflow. Now, remember when I said Cannonbolt and Wildvine, they weren't a part of Ben's original 10 aliens, but he unlocked them later down the line. They were in the original series, Ben 10 series, but Overflow, which I assume this is Overflow, he's actually in the reboot series. He's one of the reboot aliens. So they added an alien from the reboot, which, side note, I now know how my cousin Tisha felt whenever they rebooted Teen Titans Go, because my cousin, she was a huge fan of the original Teen Titans, and when she saw that they rebooted it into Teen Titans Go, she was devastated. And with the Ben 10 reboot, yeah, I felt her pain. So, yeah. But anyway, Overflow, which again, I believe this is, he looks cool. He looks cooler than he did in the reboot. So if they are going to add aliens from the reboot, they might as well, like, make him, look cooler. They made him look cooler, so I'm not that torp about it. But, last but most certainly not least, my boy, Diamond Head. Diamond Head. Oh boy, Diamond Head looks badass. Diamond Head is my favorite alien. It's Diamond Head and Upgrade. Those are two of my favorite aliens. Diamond Head looks badass. Like, mwah, perfection. Like, they couldn't have made Diamond Head look any cooler. They did Diamond Head justice. I love it. I love Diamond Head so much. I'm happy with Diamond Head. Now, we also got preview images from the comic itself, and not gonna lie, they look kind of rough, especially Gwen. Grandpa Max looks good. He looks nice. But Ben, he looks okay, but they did Gwen dirty. they did Gwen a little dirty. So, I have mixed feelings, but maybe that was just, like, not so flattering. Hopefully that wasn't a not so flattering image, and they'll get better. But yeah, so far I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'm a huge Ben 10 fan. I love Ben 10, so best believe that when this drops in May, I'm reading that shit, and I'm gonna get back to y'all what I think. So yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to come on here and talk about Ben 10 because I love Ben 10. So yeah, that's about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But if you really like me, then consider subscribing and ring that bell so you always know whenever I upload, because it is free. Damn it! Don't be a dum-dum. Subscribe today. Deuces.